because it's thick, it'll attack, it'll steal your snack. So good for you.
It'll get better, I promise.
It will. I mean, it's a learning experience. You fail forward. That's what they say. So hopefully you guys stick around long enough to see episode 3. That'd be great. Right now we're just sipping on another good hazy. Last week it was King Julius, classic, of course. Some of you guys that trade and get that good West Coast haze out there might know about a little brewery called Electric.
I've heard of it.
Stone of the Philosophers. Great brewery, Electric. I'm sure if you have a monkish trader that you've sold him out for an electric trader at this point. So hopefully you're on this train.
What happened to monkish? Like
They're still there, man.
Okay.
They still make some of the best IPAs on the planet. It's just, it's easier to get Electric because, I guess they make more. I really don't know. You tell us in the comments.
I thought you were going to bust out in a dance there. It's Electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie. But yeah, Electric, that's what we're sipping on here today. I hope you're sipping on something good too when you join us, man. I mean, because this is all about you guys. I mean, we're going to sit here in front of a camera, drink good beer, and be stupid regardless of what y'all think. So
it's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So,
well, as always, WhitBrew.de, Josh Tries Beer, Untapped. If you're looking for somebody to follow for good beers, you probably just follow him.
You know what?
Confirmed over 1,000 check-ins though.
You got my wife edged out by a few. Okay,
but damn shelf every time.
But that's only because she doesn't check anything in anymore. Because she doesn't care about my antics. We're trying to grow this group too. We have about 250 people in the group. So invite some people, man. Get them in.
Close to 300 actually today. 280 something.
It's a good accomplishment. Like we said, the next giveaway is at 500. We're going to do something special for that. I've been trading like a madman to make sure we got some good bottles and some good cans to send out. Congrats to Pat Lee, who won the first one. Couldn't have happened to a better dude. I hope you're enjoying some of those right now, watching us be assholes here on camera. But what are some things you want to talk about in the beer world?
I didn't actually get any Burley Oak this time around. Just wasn't something I was interested in. But I know you were talking about your woes, trying to get through on online ordering. And I know I talked to a couple other people. They were having some issues as well. You could probably speak on it a little more than me. I wasn't there.
I mean, it's changed a little bit. I mean, the way that we get beer now has changed. It's changed through the ages. We used to just go into a beer place and just get whatever old piss they were dealing us at the time. But then it elevated to like, man, I need some Citralaxy. I need some Focal Banger. So I'm gonna stand in line for it for a while. I'm gonna stand in line at Burley Oak. And, I'm going to spend the night at Burley Oak. I'm going to stand in line with 300 other people at 6 a.m. to get whatever kind of dream is coming out that week. Because
first of all, if you haven't spent the night at Burley to get a good spot in line, are you a true beer fan? That's maybe a soul check deep down inside.
Yeah. I know some of you guys that are out of state that haven't been up to the Delmarva area, Maryland, Delaware. I'm sure you haven't seen it yet, but look it up, man. It's one of the best beer shares that are out there, and it really got me into craft beer. It's like a flea market for beer. You can trade whatever you want. 300-400 people in line, at all times in the big beer garden. Burley Oak really bends over backwards to take care of everybody.
Actually, I've been able to unmask a very good amount of wealth in my personal life at my job based on the skills I've learned at Burley Oak trading beer. Take it as you want. But you get really good at selling a certain beer to get a beer that you like.
Yeah.
You pass that right on into your commission-based job. Make a lot of money that way.
Absolutely, man. And I'll go there with like a case of a beer that I got locally. Right now, not a whole lot of excitement. I would say there's a lot of negatives to it right now because it's all based on your internet connection. It's all based on how quick can you refresh this goddamn page. So let's go ahead and start with the Burley Oak release. I didn't buy any Burley IPAs. I mean, I will one day if somebody tells me they're good again, but they betrayed me on those, so I'm gonna stick away from those. But I did want to get some dreams.
I wouldn't even say it was bad. It's preference, right? I think Josh and I unfortunately have the same taste palette. We want a juicy, hazy IPA. I think Burley's bringing you that traditional root bitterness.
I think they just release them a little bit green, like before they're ripe.
Okay. Yeah.
Like if you give a Burley IPA a month, it's a totally different beer.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's great, but
true.
I don't like to age my IPAs a month. I like to get my IPA and drink it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like Burley's done a great job of just throwing a bunch of stuff on the shelves at local liquor stores around
At
here.
least around here, yeah.
And that's great because I love their Lost IPA, and I think maybe that's because I'm finding it 30 days on the shelf at that point, and it's a really good IPA. I enjoy a Lost Lost from Burley. It's a good IPA for me.
Absolutely, that's a great point, and you know what I mean. It's all about what your preferences are. I mean, we're just two assholes that are going to give you our opinion, whether you want it or not. You didn't ask for it, but you're going to get it anyway. If you tune in this far, then you're too late. We've already wasted enough of your life at this point that you might as well just stay tuned. Well,
I guess that takes us to our next point, right? We're going to try to highlight a brewery every week.
Every week, yeah.
We're going to try. We're probably going to run out at some point.
Well, you get the hyped breweries. You know, the Hudson Valleys. You know, the other halves. The Monkish. The Angry Chair. Like, because there's a lot of great people in this group. I pride myself on the people that I brought into this group that were traders of mine. That from Jacksonville. Zach, you know who you are. Bringing that Southern Swells
Name
into the group. Like Southern Swells is amazing. Like the people from Hot Butcher. People from just different breweries from around the country. Colorado, Knotted Roots, up in Vermont, the Four Quarters, like places that are just unhyped yet, but that are fantastic, that are drinking great next to Monkish. So I'll say, what's the brewery this week?
It's going to be Two Tides Brewing, brewery from Savannah, Georgia. I had the pleasure of actually my wife's sister graduating Marine Corps boot camp, which was awesome for me. Being a fellow Marine myself.
Semper Fi.
So I was able to go down, revisit my old stomping grounds. But, of course, I'm alcoholic now. So I had to visit some local breweries. And that brought me upon Two Tides. And, I mean, if you get a chance to go there, I think it's a must go. If you're within an hour of that place, it's a must go. It's an old 2-story house. They've got the bottom floor is the actual brewery part of it. The top floor is where they do the sales, but it's an old house. I mean, literally, in the bathroom, they still have the tub.
So they've got a great location.
Right? Yeah. Oh, super awesome.
But what about the beer?
Beer was amazing. I mean, the atmosphere I think helps with how the beer tastes. But I brought 3 different IPAs or 4?
So I had been following Two Tides on Instagram for a while, like I do with a lot of Instagram profiles. So I see a juicy IPA. I like. I'm simple. Juicy, I like. I'm simple. I'm a simple man. Like, I like juice. It could be orange juice in a glass. Good have fooled me. I like it. So I've been following them for a little while.
I wonder if anybody's ever done that to you. Like, look, this guy follows everything hazy, and then they just mix, like, some coconut water.
Evil Twin did it once. And they were like, why did 15,000 people like this glass of orange juice? But Steven here is like, hey, man, I'm going to hit Two Tides. You want anything? I'm like,
yes.
I grabbed my pearls. And I was like, Steven, I want everything.
Yeah. I think it was one of, like, I'll split a 4-pack of everything you can buy.
Buy 4 4-packs.
Uh-huh.
So we can each have a mixed couple mixed 4-packs. And it was fantastic, man.
Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't split with him. I should have just bought them all for myself.
It'd have been greedy. That would have been greedy as fuck. But
beer karma.
Yes. But luckily it worked out. And, you can see our Instagram where we posted some of it. Look it up yourself. Two Tides in Savannah, Georgia. Fantastic haze.
Yeah. Atmosphere 5.0. Beer 4.25 at least.
You can take your wife.
At least.
So if you're on a romantic vacation in Savannah, Georgia, you now know where to go.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're a haze seeker, like me, I just gotta try all the juice from all the places.
It's juicy.
Make sure you get some Two Tides.
Very juicy.
Don't worry about giving up a little bit more, a little bit extra to get it, because it's thick, it'll steal your snack. Yeah. So take it, like it, but definitely Two Tides.
That's gonna be the opening, you know that, right?
I hope so. I hope it works.
Trades only, bro.
Trades only, bro. If you guys got a hyped up brewery that's nearby you, that's not hyped up yet, that's under the radar, you don't know about it yet, or like other people don't know about it yet.
Send us an empty collectible.
If you think it's the greatest thing in the world, dude, just private message me or Steven. Yeah. We'll send you a trade. Like we'll trade you some stuff from around us, from Burley, from Dewey, like from RR, whatever.
We'll send you good stuff for your good stuff.
Yeah, I mean we're down to give anything a try. Like we're not gonna discriminate. If you want more than 4 for 4, we might send you somewhere else. But we're willing to take you out on a first date. But if you want Ruth Chris Steakhouse, then you're gonna have to send me something better. But But no, I mean, I know you guys are watching the draft tonight. You know, we record this about a week in advance. So a lot of things have changed. One thing I do want to mention is, you know, with these online orders for your favorite breweries, the Burley Oak, the Dewey, don't blame them too much, man. Just because you got on there at 11:59 when it's a 12 o'clock, you know, release for that day, relax, man, because it's not just you, it's not just your local people ordering on these sites.
I mean, they're learning too. I mean, they're learning with you
right.
how to do this differently.
But also, you got to understand, man, they allow ticket pickups. So people from around the country, they're ordering as well. So you're not competing with just the 200-300 people in line now. You're dealing with thousands at this point that are allowing a proxy pickup. So you're dealing with all these people that are crashing their sites. So for example, Burley Oak. I'll at least share with you my experience of it. I was on at 11:58. Okay, I had my little baby in my hand, and you know, I'm refreshing.
7-year-old, 12-pound baby Grayson.
Yes. So first tip is create an account. If they have an option to create an account and pre-enter your credit card information, do that. Make sure you're on there. Make sure you're connected to your Wi-Fi or the most stable connection that you can.
As long as it's not MediaCom.
So I tried, just like every other human being, trying to get dreams at 12 o'clock. Or I think it was 5 p.m. on Tuesday for Burley Oak.
How'd that go for you, Josh?
Well, I mean, for the first 5 minutes, I was about to message my traders and be like, hey man, I screwed up. For the first time in 3 years, I can't get your dreams. So that was a shock to me. But you know what? And this is my advice. Keep trying. Because the people at Burley, the people at Dewey, the people at these breweries from around the country that aren't used to having to pay for the bandwidth of these, you know, online sales, you know, they don't have websites that can support thousands of users from across the country. So give them some time. As people checked out and bought their dreams, they become available again. Mm-hmm. So I was able to get all the dreams I wanted at 5:15.
Yeah.
I just had to be patient. I didn't go online and start bitching at Burley saying, you guys are a bunch of hacks, blah, 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 blah. No, the people at Burley had nothing to do with it.
They're good guys. We know them. I mean, we've talked to them. We've met them.
Adam, Brian, you guys do a great job.
Yeah.
And you try to make it enough for everybody.
Well, you can't leave out the support staff that like does the checkouts and stuff. I mean, you gotta shout them out too, man.
They do a lot. I just don't know all their names, okay? Cut them a little bit of slack. And if it says it's sold out in the first 30 seconds, don't take that as word. Just hold on. Keep refreshing. Keep trying.
Keep trying, bro.
You know what? If it's a 5 o'clock release, keep refreshing. If you want it bad enough, you'll wait until 6 o'clock when it's like, oh, these are available, and check out.
Yeah. Nice and easy.
And even if at that point, give your brewery a call and say, hey, I had this problem. Don't go on Facebook. Don't go on Instagram bashing these breweries that are just trying to make a living. They're trying to provide you
Don't be that person.
Beer. Don't be that dude. Nobody wants to hear it because you logged on and tried to get craft beer. And it wasn't there for you. You're really gonna go online and start complaining. I'm just saying, man. Like, move on.
Somebody give us a gift here? It's actually cold.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go and open this. It's gonna be weird for you guys. It's gonna be cool for me.
This is a closet.
I think one thing I wanted to shout out actually, Maryland Mob. Look, it's our first video. I'm gonna spell stuff wrong. He was supposed to spell check it, right? We fired him. We got a new spell checker. It'll be better next time, I promise.
And just to let you guys know, this is a Pastry Town bottle. Thank you, Drew Proser. I appreciate you, buddy. Imperial Stout with maple, coffee, coconut, cinnamon, and waffles. I like waffles.
It's really good.
Shit, who doesn't like waffles?
It's really good.
But I will say, I'm not going to bash on any beers this week. I haven't had any outright terrible beer. You know, if I do, I will be the first to let you all know because I'm very critical. Thankfully, we drink a lot of good beer, so we don't have to, you know, focus on the bad.
Would you say you're a better beer bro?
Yeah, better than some. I will say, one of the best beers I had this week was the Veil White Ferrari. They sent the recipe to Other Half in New York, and New York in Other Half they reproduced it. So it was a White Ferrari can release. So they were from Other Half.
Here's our shit. You do you.
Yeah, and it was delicious. If you see it, like check the label, man. Like who knows? It was delicious.
I liked it.
It was excellent.
Good. Very good.
So,
wonderful.
make sure you get out there and support the cause by getting the All Together labels from whatever breweries you're doing. They should, if they're doing the All Together beer, make sure you grab it. Support your local professionals and heroes that are out there fighting the good fight, that don't have to sit in a closet and drink beer.
We don't have to. We don't have to do this. We choose to do this.
I mean, I could drink beer anywhere. Closet, elevator, doesn't matter. But I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this week's. Thanks for the pastry town, Drew. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Drew. Love you.
And
Mean it.
cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Better beer bros.
Better.